Back again, Christine McKellar here on That's So Vegas TV with Gerry McCambridge, who was reading my mind. No. Yes, he was. He guessed twice. And I mean, you're just going to have to go watch the other segments because you guessed correctly. And you even guessed when I wasn't even looking at you and our backs were turned. So that's amazing. I love that you've written a book. This is really something I'm looking forward to reading this. And like you said, it isn't all white doves and fluffy and everything. It's the true story of a difficult path that you had to walk, but obviously the rewards were so worth it, right? Because you see,
I wouldn't trade my past at all because it is turned me into the man I am. I got divorced twice. Each time I had 3 kids. I would go through the marriages all over again just to get the kids. So, what I like about the book is, like, if you go on Amazon.com, we have rave reviews across the board. People are using the word inspirational when they talk about the book. It's inspiring them to be better people or better parents. I love the notes I get on Facebook. People say, "Oh, I bought your book at the show just to read on the flight home. I got home, I couldn't put it down." That to me
that's the best compliment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is.
People will send me a note and go, "I read your book." I go, "You just started it yesterday." They go, "I couldn't stop." They're knocking it off in like 1 or 2 days.
I had a compliment like that once. I've written too, but we're not here to talk about me. It's a couple of fiction novels, but I had a person email me, "I hate you. I was up all night." And why? Well, I couldn't put the book down. So yeah, those are great things. And anytime you can, and this is it's a forever monument, so to speak. It's yours forever, and it's going to be out there. You also are instrumental that you put together the TV show. Wasn't it on CBS or
NBC?
Sorry, NBC. They hate it when you get the two confused. And you had put that together originally, although it's still running, isn't it? Or there's a
No, you're confusing 2 different shows.
Okay.
In 2002, I wrote a TV show called The Mentalist. I wanted to come out to Vegas. I actually came out here in 1998, looked around, and realized, because I was doing corporate shows for like 10 years, and I said, I want to retire, I want to relax, I want to just go to the showroom, do my show, and come home.
Yeah,
and that's why us magicians and performers come to Vegas. This is like semi-retirement. So I didn't have enough cachet to do a Vegas show. I left, I wrote my TV show, sold it to NBC. It aired in 2004. And the basis of the show was a kid who grew up his whole life loving magic. We've established that. Who had a father who was a New York City detective. We established that. And I learned to merge the 2 skills and create The Mentalist, making The Mentalist. And then CBS, a few years later, after my special aired, came to me and said, mentalism skills, detective skills, great premise. Help us out with a series based on it. So it's actually 2 different type of shows, one on NBC, one on CBS.
But you had the precog to get it out there in the first place. I'm not saying that you have precognition now. I'm just saying that you're a sharp man, and obviously you put it all together. And do you see, and funny, you came out here to retire, and how many nights are you at Planet Hollywood?
6 nights a week, but I'm 6 nights a week. I work 75 minutes a night.
That's good.
and my son is my sound man, and he doesn't live with me, so I get to spend some time with my boy.
Too.
He's your sound man too.
I love my sound man.
So I make people smile. I make people.
It's a gift.
To me, it's not work. If I go away for a week, if I take a week off, after the 3rd or 4th day, I'm itching to get back. I tell people, if I won the $400 million lottery tomorrow, I'd be back on stage tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I'd own the casino, but I would be back on stage tomorrow night. That's how much I actually love what I do.
I love it too. I love that you love it, and I love what I do. I get to interview wonderful people like you. I always learn something new, and it's coming up on a year now, and who knows what's in my future. If you know, don't tell me. Do you have any plans for another type show or an offshoot? I mean, let's look at what you've done here. You have the show. You're one of the best loved of mentalists. I know that from all the reviews that I've read, and the best. And you've written a book. Do you have anything else, like a bucket list, or what could be next?
I'm in the process of turning the book into, and I hate to use this word, into a reality show. A reality type show.
Okay.
As opposed to less of a scripted magic show or mentalism show. This is going to be a reality show. I can't tell you too much, but it's actually in the works right now. And it's a show that's going to be designed to help people. not dumb down society, because I think a lot of the reality shows out there, and that's the term that
Totally.
they're using.
Totally.
Like
Totally
they're-
dumbed down. Yes.
and I look at kids these days, and they look at these people as role models, and I
It's-
go, "You're kidding me, right? That's the person that you're looking up
I'm
to."
so glad you brought that up. I mean, seriously, I can't even abide. I have never watched the Kardashians. I think I saw a sizzle reel or something on it, and I just, right then and there, no, you're right. These reality shows, and it would be nice to see somebody throw out some positive stuff, and that you can, make your reality something uplifting or something. And you're a perfect example. I mean, one would almost say it's got to be like being handicapped to not be able to read. But that never seemed, it obviously didn't stop you. And to say that I can't read and I've written a book, and you figured out a way to do that, and I'm still blown away you could do the colors like that. But
The 99-cent trick you can buy at
yeah,
any magic
it
shop
was
has
okay
blown
until I
her
turned
away.
my back, because I thought it was my twitching eye. I could feel my eye twitch when I was looking at you. And I had read something about that detectives can tell people who lie, their pupils dilate or something, or their eyes twitch. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Well, look at poker players. Poker players will sit at a table with you, and they can have the worst hand in the world. But if they're using their skills and they look for tells, a poker player calls what your twitching eye, they call it a tell, where they're looking for something that they know he doesn't have a good hand, I can outbluff him or whatever.
So why don't you play poker? You could probably make the $400 million if you wanted to at the tables here with your skills.
I'm not allowed to play in the casinos.
Oh, there you go.
So-
And that's an interesting question, though, Jerry. The dealer has to have a poker face, too, don't they? Because
No, because the dealer doesn't know what everybody else has.
Oh, okay.
And the dealer doesn't care. The
He
dealer
doesn't.
has no vested interest in it.
Right.
You go play the slots, you're playing the odds. They set the odds in the machine.
Right.
You go play 21, you're playing against the house. The game is designed for the house to win eventually. You go play poker, you're playing against the other people on the table. The house is just saying, we're going to take our little share for hosting the game, but somebody here is going to win that.
that's
so if
so
you're,
interesting. I
you know,
hadn't thought of that.
That's
really.
the game that you want to play in town, because you're playing against the other players and not against the house, where it's designed for the house to
So
win.
it's critical to have a poker face. I mean, to be able
To have a poker face and win, and also to be able to read everybody else's tells if they're doing them.
Yeah.
So
I bet could a poker player stump you, perhaps, at your show?
yes. My opening routine, I ask if they're poker players, because some of the skills that I use have to do with the tells. So if somebody goes, "Yeah, I'm a professional poker player," I know not to use that skill on them, because they could bluff me and win.
It's amazing. I've learned so much here today. Really, I have.
It's a good day.
It's a very good day. I want to thank you for the book.
My
I want to
pleasure.
thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
I take a few minutes at the end of the hour to direct viewers to my VegasOnlyEntertainment.com page under Vegas VIPs, because my other life is I'm media and I cover events. So
Mm-hmm.
a fun one, and you can plug your ears. Was it Chippendales at the Rio? They have Antonio Sabato Jr. I saw him 2 nights ago, and he is their special guest. It's pretty cheeky.
Cheeky.
Yeah. Cheeky,
male
chick
nude
fun.
show, cheeky.
Yes, it was really, but it was a lot of fun. It's at the Rio. They always throw fabulous pre-event parties, as you know, and you've been on so many red carpets, I'm sure. But man, don't lose any hope, because Ex-Burlesque is celebrating its 14th year on the Strip. It's been here 14 years. Can you
Wow.
believe it? Have you seen the show?
Angela and
This is Ex-Burlesque. It's at
yeah, that's Angela Stable.
Yes, Angela. Yes,
Yes.
Stabile, I always want to say.
Yes.
Yeah, she and Matt have been doing that for 14 years, plus
Yes.
other fab shows. I used to play tennis with her. I'm trying to get her on the show so we can talk about that one of these days. Another for adults only ice cream. What do you think about that? Momenti?
The cones are in the shape of.
No, they're liquor and liquor infused ice cream, and a local fellow, Leaf Pearson, he and his family came up with this way to infuse ice cream with, all kinds of nice liqueurs.
Another
and-
way to get drunk
Yeah,
in Vegas.
and
Who'd
a
have
fun
thought?
way. Right, but they actually have opened a manufacturing plant here, so we always like anything that brings revenue and income and jobs to Nevada. Wayne Newton is on the Strip again, and he has his close-up and personal show. It's at the Windows Showroom at Bally's, and I was saying earlier, we were talking about Wayne. he's off to a big start because he has Casa Shenandoah over here, a museum that's opening up, and he was also one of the opening acts for the brand new T-Mobile Arena.
Yes.
So that must have been a thrill because they had the Killers there and all kinds of stuff. He's highly adaptable. One of our local boys, Zoe Bowie, Chris Phillips.
Awesome entertainer.
Totally.
Great talent.
And, you know, he canceled his contract, I guess, with the stations after so many years. But now,
Canceled, or did it just run out?
I don't know something happened.
Because they left as friends. I think everything was good with them.
Oh, no, they are friends. So, yeah, he did move on.
Yes.
But now he's down at the downtown Grand, and he'll be there playing at the Grand Pool.
And his co-star Nieve, have you seen her?
She's hot.
She is going to
Smoking
be my
hot.
third ex-wife.
There you go. And all that you heard here on That's So Vegas.
Yes.
I guess we've run out of time. I know that you've got places to go and people to see and
Things to do and
Things
minds
to-
to read and women to date.
yeah, and all the good stuff in life. Thanks again. It was a pleasure having you on.
My pleasure.
And maybe you'll be back with a reality show that we can talk about.
We can plug that when I do it.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you again, Jerry.
My pleasure.
Bye, everybody.